Recently I took a trip to Samos, a Greek island near Turkey's border. This island is special because famous Greek philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras was born there, and I also visited this cave where he was hiding and teaching his students. So if you ever go to Samos, I highly recommend you to go and visit this place, his cave, because it was an amazing experience, as you can see in this video. And I didn't go to the main cave, unfortunately, so this is something that I will have to do next time when I am visiting Samos. But here are his 5 famous quotes. Quote number 1. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. So here Pythagoras is trying to teach us that it's often better to say nothing unless what you say is truly valuable. Very important lesson, and I think that we all should remind ourselves of this, that sometimes it's better to be quiet, and we should always think before we speak. Next quote. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace, for as long as man massacres animals, they will kill each other. So I really love this quote, and I can relate to this because I haven't been eating animals or meat for almost 6 years now. And really and truly the main reason for that is because I don't want to participate in killing animals. Because on a moral level it feels wrong to kill a living being just because I want to eat them. And I can talk a lot about this whole thing, but that's basically how I look at this. So I totally agree with Pythagoras here because, as he said, if we keep on killing animals, this act reflects our lack of compassion. So if we can show kindness and compassion to all living beings, this can eventually lead us to more violent and unhealthy society. I believe that if we would stop killing animals, I think we would be less violent towards people as well. Okay, let's move on to his next quote. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. So basically, Pythagoras is saying here that when we are angry, it is best to stay calm and avoid doing or saying something we will regret in the future. And I think that we all have experienced this. So Pythagoras lived like 2500 years ago, and this life lesson is timeless. Let's move on to the next quote. Numbers have a way of taking a man by the hand and leading him down the path of reason. I really love this quote. So basically here Pythagoras is saying that math and numbers help us understand the world logically and help us make rational decisions. When you break everything down to numbers, you get structure and foundation of the universe. This is very deep, lesson. And if you understand it on a deeper level, you can use it in your daily life. And I try to look at things through mathematics. I always say that life is like a code and everything is numbers. Okay, let's look at last quote. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. This is a brilliant quote. So basically here Pythagoras is saying that simple decisions often have the biggest impact, so we should always consider them carefully.